On behalf of the Australian Institute of Health and Safety, I welcome you to the second annual Australian Workplace Health and Safety Awards Gala event. I'm Sarah Jane Dunford, the chair for the event, and today it's all about celebrating and acknowledging organisations and individuals in Australia who've been making innovative and efficient work health and safety practices a priority in their workplace. Well, now it's time to get started with announcing our first set of winners for the evening and get rid of some of those nervous jitters. The finalists and winners for each category were decided by a panel of expert judges and sponsor representatives. Our judges wanted to highlight that this year it was immensely difficult to pick a winner in each category as the calibre of entries were extremely high. This is a testament to the hard work of the finalists who are making a real difference in health and safety in our country. So thank you to the judges and to all the organisations and individuals who entered the Australian Workplace Health and Safety Awards. Now let's get started with the celebrations.
Small to Medium Enterprise Health and Safety Excellence Award. And the finalists are Demex. Demex was awarded the contract to demolish 4 historic buildings at the Mulwala Explosives Facility in regional New South Wales. Demex used innovative equipment with task-specific attachments to reduce safety risks. Rare Earth CMT Laboratories. Rare Earth CMT Laboratories are a construction materials testing company. They've been recognised for their work with silica dust exposure, engaging in the development of the improved air handling systems with additional PPE training. Duress. Duress designs and develops safety technology. Duress hardware, software and services work together to deliver a seamless experience, keeping teams safe 24/7 with automatic check-ins, stream live video and location during an emergency, and can even share video and location data with emergency services. Lockjaw Ladder Grip. Lockjaw Ladder Grip is a world-class patented ladder safety product that helps protect lives when accessing roofs via a ladder. Lockjaw Ladder Grip is one of the most practical and economic ways for sole traders and businesses to achieve compliance and best practice in safety. Multiworks. Multiworks is a leading provider of construction services to some of Australia's largest asset owners across a range of industries. Deep excavations are a dangerous, high-risk task. Multiworks developed an innovative footing construction methodology for excavations beyond 1.5 metres deep. And the winner is Demex. Small to Medium Enterprise Health and Safety New Initiative Award. And the finalists are Eyes and Retina Specialists. Green Square is an independently owned ophthalmology practice. Dr. Neil Sharma and Dr. Julie O designed and tested a slit lamp shield to reduce respiratory droplet transmission. The team also led other COVID-19 safe initiatives, designing and having manufactured barrier shields for consulting rooms and other ophthalmic equipment. EPS Worldwide, trading as Excavation Protection Solutions. Founder Louisa Stewart designed and developed the pier hole protector. This world-first heavy-duty polypropylene cover completely secures the top of a freshly excavated pier hole until concrete is poured. This eliminates the risk of falls into the pier hole. Guardian Gantry Hire. The Guardian Gantry deck and balustrades are commonly used to provide overhead protection along footpaths. Guardian Gantry Hire developed an updated gantry and balustrade design and methodology to significantly reduce largely falls from heights during the installation process. Santos. The risk of driving for the onshore oil and gas industry has been the focus of many safety initiatives over the years. A new framework that linked driving expectation to life-saving rules, LSRs, set out a clear level of expected performance for drivers to adhere to. This defined the driving LSRs for speed, seatbelts and fatigue. And the winner is Guardian Gantry Hire.
Guardian gantries are steel structures consisting of a deck, legs, and balustrades on top to prevent live edges and falls from height. Gantries are used near high-rise construction sites and can save lives by preventing falling objects from injuring the people below. Constructing gantries is really high-risk work, even more so because no industry standard exists for gantry design or the skills needed by installation workers. A safety challenge that's faced by workers in the industry during install is that balustrades are typically installed after the gantry is lifted to a final height, up to 5 metres high. Then, using a ladder to access the top of the deck, they'd rely on a harness and an anchor point to prevent falls as they installed the balustrades. But with 28% of construction deaths caused by falls from height, Guardian Gantry Hire developed a gantry and balustrade design and methodology to significantly reduce this risk. This new design allows the installation of balustrades to be completed from the ground level, so workers don't have to get on top of the gantry. We designed out safety risks by adding new lifting points to the outside edge of the gantry deck, and we added a mechanism to secure the balustrades in place. This new design is vastly safer, more efficient, and has greatly boosted our reputation for safety in the marketplace.
Small to Medium Enterprise Health and Safety Leadership and Culture Award. And the finalists are FBR. FBR designs robots which are designed to work outdoors using the company's core dynamic stabilization technology. There is a clear message that leaders create a culture that is enduring and have given health and safety priority in all work processes and decisions. Global Safety Index. Global Safety Index provides organisations with the ability to measure, monitor and benchmark their safety performance across 4 key areas. They developed the Safety Leadership Index and Safety Culture Index and understand the specific areas of leadership and culture that are influencing the safety and well-being of an organisation. Interchange. Interchange developed the Safety Leadership Program in conjunction with V-Line. Since the commencement of the Safety Leadership Program, V-Line has seen dramatic shifts in mindset, behaviour and culture pertaining to safety. And the winner is FBR.
Hi, I'm Mark Pivac, Chief Technical Officer at FBR. All employers should go home safe. Each and every one of us has a part to play in maintaining a safe and healthy workplace. Our actions, behaviours and leadership shape our organisational culture. It's not enough just to say that safety is important. As CTO and as a member of the leadership team, it was important for me to put into practice values, behaviours and a shared purpose within FBR's organisational culture that endures today. Working in Australia with a strong focus on the global marketplace, I understand that organisational culture is influenced by broader community values and attitudes. One of our core values at FBR is that we're all one team. Our focus on health and safety is unwavering, and as Chief Technical Officer, I would expect nothing less.
Inspector of the Year. And our finalists are Ian Firth, Safe Work, New South Wales. Ian is currently the State Inspector for the Psychological Health and Safety Team at Safe Work, New South Wales. Ian's role involves participating in the national agenda. Ian was also recently involved in the development of the Mentally Healthy Workplaces strategy for managing psychosocial hazards. Frank Walsh, Department of Mines, Industry Relation and Safety. Frank's current role at the Department of Mines, Industry Regulation and Safety Western Australia is a Senior Inspector in the Petroleum Safety Inspectorate. Frank believes that innovations in the workplace bring sustainable development in good health, reduced accidents, controlled environments and improved workplace safety. Adam Brennan, Safe Work South Australia. Adam Brennan has had a long career at Safe Work SA as a WHS inspector. Adam has worked in many parts of the agencies and is the lead inspector dealing with loading structures and passenger loading for the water ferries between Cape Jarvis and Kangaroo Island in South Australia. And the winner is Frank Walsh.
During the early days of COVID-19 travel restrictions, our ability to conduct inspection activities was difficult. However, to overcome these challenges, I was one of the team members who first piloted the remote inspections, which helped develop the blueprint for the inspectorate. I have also been responsible for the onboarding of international organisations into our state's regulatory framework. Not only is their compliance to legislation essential, but understanding the importance of attaining a social licence that builds trust with local communities and attracts a skilled workforce. I have also been proactive in operator case management, where my approach has resulted in the early detection of distressed operators. This is important because aged assets that go unchecked can deteriorate to a point where it becomes both an environmental and safety hazard. As an inspector, I have this unique opportunity to help shape and promote workplace health and safety in WA, and I would like to thank the Institute and panel judges for accepting my nomination.
Health and Safety Professional of the Year, brought to you by Evolution Mining. With a number of nominations in this category, the judges felt that there was a standout candidate. Tanya Cunningham, Safety, Wellbeing and Risk Specialist at Directions Disability Support Services. To speak about Tanya's achievements, here is Chief Executive Officer Alison Kelly.
I'm here to talk about Tanya Cunningham, who I nominated as the Health and Safety Professional of the Year. Tanya adds to Directions an enthusiasm and professionalism that really has helped to embed and promote and lift the culture of health and safety in an organisation that has many things to consider in a very spread out environment. Can't speak highly enough of Tanya. Her skill set is fantastic. She understands how to adjust according to the situation and what she's trying to achieve. She has a fantastic amount of determination, and I think that the disability sector has looked at the work that Tanya has done and really taken notice of how well she has managed to make changes in a very short period of time. And I really would like to, extend my sincere thanks and recognition to Tanya for the work that she's done at Directions. So thank you.
Health and Safety Representative of the Year. And the winner is Pat Vitelloni, Schneider Electric. Pat is an HSR Level 3, representing the research and development business in all matters relating to health and safety. Pat really walks the talk, advocating and caring for all matters pertaining to safety and well-being of himself and others.
Hi, my name is Pat Vitelloni, and I work at Schneider Electric as an electromechanical design engineer, which primarily focuses on mechanical engineering in the electrical field. I've been with Schneider for 15 years and developed a passion for safety, taking on many roles such as a HSR, First Aider and Chief Warden. At Schneider, we have a strong culture of care to ensure we all get home safe to our families, which is important to all of us. The way I help to create this culture is by taking a holistic approach to safety, leading by example. When something arises, taking the initiative to find the best resolution from beginning to end. I am truly honoured to be nominated for this award. but truly believe safety is an important part of our everyday lives and will continue to speak up for safety.
Young Health and Safety Leader Award, brought to you by Edith Cowan University. And the finalists are Madeline Page, Aurecon. Madeline is one of the youngest business partners in Aurecon to sit on a regional leadership team and has experience across utilities, construction and engineering industries. She balances experience in safety with a strong passion for mental health and well-being and support for young workers. Lex Harngraf, Built Environs. Lex is a work health, safety, environment and quality management professional for construction company Built Environs. With experience on some of South Australia's largest construction projects, Lex has ensured the highest standards across all aspects of WHSEQ business operations were consistently achieved. DANIELLE Shelley, Oz Group. DANIELLE Shelley is a Senior Advisor, Health, Safety and Environment at Oz Group's Kwinana Manufacturing and Fabrication Facility. Her ability to influence the workshop leaders certainly plays a significant role in raising the bar of WHS standards and performance in their workshop. Kaylee Fowler, Multiworks Australia. Kaylee is the HSEQ Coordinator at Multiworks, where she leads as a health and safety representative at one of Victoria's most complex electrical infrastructure upgrades. Kaylee consistently achieves excellence in health and safety and has been recognised for her high performance and achievements within Multiworks business. Zach Humphrey, Fulton Hogan. Zach provides support to infrastructure projects throughout South Australia, Western Australia and the Northern Territory in the transport, airport, defence and rail sectors. Zach has been able to integrate tangible and simple tools to improve the efficiency of the safety functions on site. And the winner is Madeline Page.
From the moment that Madeline started with Aurecon, it was clear that she was a fabulous asset to the overall team, as well as the leadership team that crosses South Australia and Victoria. And I think Madeline Page will continue to go on to grow from strength to strength.
My achievements at Aurecon have not just been in health and safety, but also in the wellbeing space. I've been a massive advocate and also a trainer in mental health first aid. I have worked on many digital projects in trying to bring health and safety into the digital age through the use of online forms and processes, but also 360-degree VR training that we have released internally. With health and safety, we sometimes need to take a step back and make sure that what we are doing is absolutely right and that it's fit for purpose before we roll it out.
Large Enterprise Health and Safety Leadership and Culture Award, brought to you by Transport for New South Wales. And the finalists are Rio Tinto. In response to the COVID pandemic, Rio Tinto established a business response team to oversee and manage Rio Tinto's response to the COVID risks. The team developed a hierarchy of controls which was applied to all sites. The purpose of these controls was to reduce the COVID-19 transmission risk for the workforce and communities. Lysander McDonnell Dow Deck Mill JV. The McDonnell Dow Deck Mill joint venture was formed to deliver the Mordialloc Freeway project. Lysander worked with the JV to undertake research, design, develop and implement an integrated wellness program and develop a culture strategy addressing issues known to impact mental health and well-being. Good Start Early Learning. Good Start is Australia's largest provider of early learning and care and Australia's largest non-government provider of preschool and kindergarten programs. Good Start's COVID Safe Plan was led with purpose, founded in expert health advice and executed with strong leadership, immediacy, utmost care and with transparency at all times. Couriers Please. In January 2020, Couriers Please established the Home Safe Steering Committee, which reinforced the responsibility of driver safety to leaders and line managers. They created a national safety framework for critical risks, including driving, manual handling, machine handling equipment, and COVID-19. Western Power. Western Power has established a mental health and wellbeing program, which is designed to evolve and respond to the mental health and wellbeing needs of employees. This gives flexibility to mature the program year on year and intuitively adapt to the changing needs of employees' mental health and wellbeing. And the winner is Good Start Early Learning.
During the early days of the pandemic, our in-centre teams were declared essential workers by the Prime Minister. When many Australians were locked down at home, our educators, teachers and support staff were on the front line, providing early learning and care for the children of other essential workers. We communicated to 15,000 Good Starters on a daily basis. Our reward was a safe and healthy workforce. We are very proud that not a single person, child or adult, was infected with COVID-19 while in any of our centres. And as 2020 continued and our families could return in large numbers, we communicated with over 59,000 families while continuing to care for 70,000 children across 671 centres. When it mattered most, our safety team went above and beyond, helping to protect children, families, the team, and our broader community.
Large Enterprise Health and Safety Excellence Award, brought to you by Next World Enterprises. And the finalists are Metro. Metro's project, Making and Shaping Safe and Professional Driving Train Culture in Australia, used driver trainers and drivers to raise their operational concerns. Metro also simplified its more than 147 paper-based train operating procedures into an app that's accessible via the driver's phone. Ergon Energy, Energix, part of Energy Queensland. Energy Queensland developed a powerline safety tool, the Look Up and Live app. In 3 years, the app has reduced accidental contacts with power lines by 25% overall. Since sharing the success of the app, powerline companies in Queensland, New South Wales and South Australia have also joined. Lend-Lease. Works on the Martin Place North Shaft excavation works comprised 30 metres of vertical excavation through Hawkesbury sandstone. Over the course of works, Lend-Lease facilitated a significant amount of high-risk workshops with clients and the workforce. This resulted in 0 critical reportable incidents, lost time and medical treatment injuries. Western Power. Western Power builds, maintains and operates the electricity network in the southwest of Western Australia. Western Power's mental health and wellbeing strategy looks at wellbeing holistically and in terms of the whole person. As well as physical health, it covers headspace, human connections and work. Jacobs. Jacobs launched their employee mental health program, Mental Health Matters, in 2015. Since then, they've developed more programs, culminating in 2020 with the launch of 1 Million Lives, a digital mental health check tool. And the winner is Ergon Energy, Energix, part of Energy Queensland.
Lookupandlive.com.au is a mapping application that basically overlays power lines onto a geospatial map, including imagery. So then you can go in and get yourself a plan to safely work near those power lines. Having this free product available could then also educate and make people more aware of overhead power line dangers, and also having that plan. So it's very important to plan your work when you're working near overhead power lines. If you have no plan, most likely you will contact an overhead power line. This was driven by industry. Our team, we're an advocate for these industries, and they come to us and tell us what they want. And then we go back to our business and see what we can provide to make sure that they're getting what they need. And that's what this application has delivered. We've had nothing but positive feedback, to be honest.
Large Enterprise Health and Safety New Initiative Award, brought to you by Zenergy. And the finalists are BHP. As a leading resources company, BHP set a goal to eliminate live work from all surface mining equipment globally. This has led to the development of Dash Maintainer Tools, a specialist system that allows maintenance workers to undertake the majority of the diagnostic tests from a distance of up to 80 metres from the machinery, simply by connecting their phone, laptop or tablet to the mining vehicle or equipment. Energy Queensland. The Look Up and Live app was conceived by Energy Queensland's Community Safety Team. It's been downloaded to over 27,000 devices and has been used over 71,000 times in the last 12 months, which has changed workers' power line safety behaviours and in turn saved lives in our community. Ventia. All Australian Defence Forces Navy vessels must connect to shore power using high-energy cabling. Navy and Ventia teams held workshops to identify better ways to undertake this task, with a key goal to eliminate the risk to personnel. Peers Work Activity Rehabilitation Program, WARP, supports injured workers in returning to work through the completion of industry rehabilitation in a real workplace and reduce injured workers' time off work or potential for re-injury due to work activities not accounted for during the rehabilitation process. Melbourne Water. Melbourne Water with Deakin University designed and built a world-first confined space entry simulator. The simulator puts the greatest emphasis on the planning and preparation steps that are required to complete a safe entry into a confined space. This training could establish the water industry as a market leader in the delivery of effective training in these high-risk environments. And the winner is Ventia.
We first identified there was a better way to manage the difficult and onerous task of providing shore power cabling following a visit to the wharf in December 2018. 100-metre cable weighed 1 tonne.
It was taking 30 plus people over an hour to move one cable off the wharf. The solution was developed over quite a few months, looking at various ways of handling cables, looking at different spool types, searching if there was other types of systems like that on the market.
Cable spool will benefit Navy in a way that allows our personnel to be able to get off a ship when they come alongside from a long deployment and not having to use so many personnel and be so labour intensive to deploy and recover the cable.
For us, it's going to reduce our manpower by up to 80%, creating a safe, efficient and effective workplace, which will allow us to do things concurrently. And that's on a wharf side, we all know that it gets quite busy. For us, there's nothing about this system for Navy going forward that is not going to be sensational.
Good evening. The Harold Greenwood Thomas Lifetime Achievement Award is the most prestigious award given by the Institute. The award recognises and pays tribute to one of the Institute's founding members, Harold Greenwood Thomas. Harold was one of a small group of students to graduate from the first Industrial Safety and Accident Prevention course conducted at the Melbourne Technical College back in 1948. Upon graduation, he and fellow students collaborated to form the nucleus of the Safety Engineering Society of Australia, where they held regular monthly meetings. Membership of the society expanded steadily with time, to which in 1977, they changed the name to the Safety Institute of Australia and became incorporated. Over Harold's career, he was considered a major influence on professional health and safety in Australia. And as such, the Harold Greenwood Thomas Lifetime Achievement Award is rarely presented award that is bestowed upon a distinguished individual who has made an outstanding contribution to the health and safety profession in Australia, and in turn, the health and safety body of knowledge. In the history of the Institute, only 5 individuals have received this award. So tonight, we would like to add a 6th person to this prestigious list. So it is my great honour to announce the 2021 recipient of the Harold Greenwood Thomas Lifetime Achievement Award is Dennis Elsey. Dennis has a diverse experience and demonstrated a long-term commitment to health and safety both in Australia and internationally throughout his career. From his position as a senior lecturer and deputy head at the Department of Safety, Hygiene and Environmental Health at the University of Aston in Birmingham, England. Dennis then came to Australia in 1984 to take up a role of Director of the Victorian Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, or VIOSH, at the then Ballarat University College. During his time at VIOSH, their teaching programs became recognised as providing leading-edge OHS professional development with students. And VIOSH also gained a reputation for research that considered the organisational context of safety, with Dennis supervising a number of PhD students, as well as VIOSH being sought out by industry and regulators to undertake specific research. And he continues to occasionally still collaborate with leading international and Australian researchers. Dennis has made an outstanding contribution to national and state OHS policy, including his role as the Commissioner within the Victorian Occupational Health and Safety Commission from 1984 to 1991. Dennis has chaired Australian Standards Committee on Safety Management and during the development of Australia's first national standard for the management of OHS, and he coordinated Australia's input to the development of the International Safety Management Standard, ISO 45001. He was chair of the Australian National Occupational Health and Safety Commission for 6 years, where he built support for a 10-year national OHS strategy that in 2002 was endorsed by all state and territory ministers. And this was the beginning, or the first, OHS national strategy for Australia. And in 2011, he provided invaluable behind-the-scenes strategic and tactical advice to inform the development of the Australian Work Health and Safety Strategy 2012 to 2022. Since 2006, Dennis has been part of the executive team at Multiplex, where he has shaped the business strategic direction in relation to health and safety, resulting in Safer by Design strategy, which continues to drive the business focus on robust controls of critical risks upstream in the design and planning of projects and building safety into processes rather than bolting them onto existing processes. Through his work at Multiplex, he provides examples of how safety, sustainability and organisational objectives can be integrated to achieve high-performing workplaces. He leverages this work to influence the broader construction industry through such groups as the New South Wales Constructors Forum. In 2011, in addition to his position as Executive Director, Sustainability, Safety and Health, Australia and India, Dennis was appointed Global Environment, Safety and Governance Chair of Multiplex. Now, unfortunately, due to the New South Wales lockdown, we can't give this award in person, so please give Dennis a virtual round of applause to congratulate him on his outstanding contribution to health and safety in Australia and globally. In closing tonight's event, I would like to say thank you to you all for being part of the Australian Work Health and Safety Awards. As with last year, 2021 continues to be a challenging year for everyone, and I hope you are all safe and well. But despite the challenges of living and working through a COVID pandemic, the number of nominations in this year's awards has been incredible, and we thank everyone who took the time to nominate for these awards. There was a distinct theme for this year's nominations, with some excellent achievements being seen across mental health programs and, of course, COVID-19 responses. I would like to congratulate all the nominees who were shortlisted and the finalists on their achievements this year. And of course, congratulations again to our winners of each of the awards. Tonight is just the announcements of the awards. We will also be following up with further events for us to connect and share the improvements and innovations that we are making among our profession, as well as features on the winners and the finalists, so that we can continue to promote the role and the value of the profession by showcasing health and safety successes around the country to achieve a greater impact. If you have been inspired tonight, then we'd like to encourage you to think about submitting a nomination for next year's awards, where we hope to be back as a big gala event. Thank you again to Sarah Jane and her team for bringing these awards together, and thank you to our judges for their time that they give to go through each of the nominations and select our winners. And of course, a very big thank you to our sponsors of the awards, Zenergy, Next World Enterprises, Evolution Mining, Edith Cowan University, and Upright. We thank you for your continued support of the awards and of course of the Australian Institute of Health and Safety. Please stay well, stay safe, and good night.